I must be there.
Yeah. ESP. ESP is about texts, about the topics that people are talking about, philosophical topics, political topics, academic topics too.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a very interesting class.
And if I have time, may I participate?
Yes, of course, the classes are open for everybody. Yeah, you're
Oh, excellent. Thank you, thank you very much.
welcome. Okay, let me share the presentation for today. So we're going to use this presentation here about Ubuntu philosophy principles and our life, our self-development life. How can we improve our personal life using Ubuntu principles? So this is the topic of this class. How can you use Ubuntu to be happier, to have a better life? Yeah, what instruments of Ubuntu can we use to improve our lives? This is very important because in Brazil, normally people don't live Ubuntu philosophy in a very practical level. People normally think Ubuntu is very theoretical. Is not practical, but people think that it's only a story, is something that is old, that doesn't apply to real life. And it's not the case. We can use Ubuntu philosophy in our everyday life. And this is the idea of this material. So we are going to talk about how exactly we can use Ubuntu philosophy in our personal lives. Yeah, because this is very practical material. Yeah, we can use this in our everyday lives. And this is what we are going to take a look today. So first, we have this first slide, this first screen, talking about the use of Ubuntu, how we can apply this to our everyday life. And we have the definition. So basically, it's a philosophy that emphasizes interconnectedness. So we should be together with other people, compassion, and humanity. And the principles of Ubuntu can be applied to self-development because we need to recognize the other, we need to connect with other people and promote service for other people. This is very important. And then when we move on to the second slide, we have exactly this idea. So look, you need to be more empathic, more responsible, and contribute to other people. And the second point is Ubuntu principles, they are very practical. We can use this not only for personal growth, but to the world around us. So it's very dynamic. And then we have three pillars of Ubuntu. So the first is shared humanity. So we need to share with other people. So it is impossible to live Ubuntu individually. We need to be in community to live this principle. We need to be connected to other people. Can be people from our jobs, people from our family, people from the place where we live, can be our social circle, our friends. Doesn't matter the type of group, but it has to be inside a group. And then this philosophy is from South Africa, but it became the global, global philosophy, a global importance idea, and the importance of community. That's the principal idea of Ubuntu. For example, Quilombo bilingual classes exist because we have a group of Black people in Coletivo Pais Pretos, and those people said, "Oh my God, it's so difficult to have English classes. We don't have time, we don't have money, we don't have access." So we started this class of Quilombo bilingual because the people said it was necessary. So it is a community idea. Second point is the interdependence. So I depend on other people to practice Ubuntu. So I depend on you to give this class, yeah, because this helps me improve my English skills talking about African traditions. So it is only possible for me to do this because you are here. So I depend on you to talk about Ubuntu in English. If it were not by you, I wouldn't have this possibility. So I depend on you to have this class, and you depend on me to practice the class. So I depend on you, you depend on me, we depend on each other. So this is what they call interdependence here. And third point, African culture. This is very important because we see nowadays many white people getting appropriated by African philosophy and not honoring Black people. So they just get the perks, the advantages of Black philosophy, wisdom, culture, and tradition, and don't recognize Black people, don't recognize African people. And this is negative. So we have to give back, as we say in English, and we have to recognize who we are honoring, who we are learning from. So this is 100% African tradition. Yeah, so this is really important. So before our next slides, the question here is, are you parts of any group? Last class we talked about Samba schools, yeah? We talked about um, Black people's groups at work. So this is the idea. It's important to be part of different groups. At the moment, I have a group of Black teachers. And every week we talk about how to use activities at school to promote anti-racism. So this is one example of a group. So what about you, Wellington? Are you a part of any group at the moment?
Oh, yeah. I participate a group called Quilombo Govers.
Wow.
Yes, because I accept a program of federal government called Lidera God.
Mm,
And this edition is exclusivity to Black people.
wow.
And now uh, we became a Quilombo because all the people are Black.
Uh-huh.
So it's an amazing experience.
Fantastic.
I'm very happy about this because of the opportunities, air opportunities,
Mhm.
participate this certificate
Yeah.
and about the relationship.
Wow. So this experience is certified. You get a certification at the end?
Yes, I will in August, in
Excellent.
final August.
Uh-huh. And is this program online or face-to-face?
So in the beginning is face to face, during
Uh-huh.
the program is online, and the final is face to face again.
Amazing. Uh-huh. Okay. It's in São Paulo?
Is Brasilia.
Ah, Brasilia. Perfect. Okay.
Because is ENAP.
Mm-hmm.
ENAP promotes this program.
Fantastic. Wow. Amazing. Great. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a mentoring, and my mentor is a black man. Is a black man.
Wow.
Yes, he's a coordinator of executive in the ENAP at the ENAP.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
It's
Wow,
very
that's
rich.
great.
It's very rich. Oh,
Huh?
I'm uh, I don't have words to explain all the experience this program.
Uh-huh. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, that's really fascinating experience. Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, yeah, with us because I think it's cool to learn. And what is the name of the program again?
Lidera Gorge.
Lidera Gov. Okay. Wow. Fantastic.
When
Mhm.
when open the, I don't know the word, but with open uh,
To apply.
to apply, yes. When you open to apply again, I will share with you.
Yes, please share because I think it's a really nice experience. Yeah, it's very
Yes,
good for. Mhm. Yeah, because normally Black people don't have opportunity to share with other Black people. I have this perception that Black people in Brazil are very isolated from each other. Yeah, we normally don't connect. We live separate in different realities. Yeah,
like
so
an island.
exactly like islands. Yeah. For example, I am in Rio de Janeiro. There are lots of Black people here, but we don't get together. I don't spend time together with other Black people because Black people usually are isolated. Yeah, so it's really it's a shame. Yeah, because we could share more. We could be together. So I think we are losing beautiful opportunities, yeah, of sharing together. So really, really good to know about this. Okay, so what about you, Lisandro? Are you part of any group at the moment?
Uh, Sometimes I can go to the Educafro in São Paulo to see the meetings with the Frei Davi. I think it's
Mm,
good for me. It's a good time that I stay there. But it's the only black group. Now I'm start to be a part of the the internal group of my company of black people.
mm,
So I think it's very nice because they start with you need to read a book in this black group inside of my company.
mhm.
I think it's very nice.
Amazing. Wow. So the company has an affinity group, a black group for black
Like
employees.
a Afro group. I couldn't remember the real name. Are you looking for the real name? Because it's very nice because last quarter, I think, they
Mhm,
read another book. So have some groups here in my company that use the opportunity of the meetings, some
mhm.
special meetings, and they talk about some things. Have
Wow.
Spanish group, Latinos group, and LGBTQ plus
Mhm.
group. Have a lot of groups in my company. It's a very diversity company. I like this. You
Fantastic.
you have a voice here,
Amazing. And which company is that?
the cameras.
Ah, great. Mhm. Yeah, this is interesting because it's not very common to see this. Yeah.
Lisandro, sorry, could you repeat the name of company?
The name of my company is a very how can I have a fan because sometimes I know Americans say camels. It's
Mm,
crazy. I will right because it's not maybe in America they don't have all the same accent for the name of my company.
Mm. Okay, so it varies. Yeah.
if you, oh, thank you.
You can see Camels, but I know someone in America maybe Shemurs. Why Shemurs?
Mm. Interesting. Okay, fantastic. That's it. Then we have other ideas here about Ubuntu. So how does it work? How does this philosophy work exactly? So basically, we have humanity first. So first thing is treat people like people and not numbers, for example. And this is good because you were given exactly the example of your company. It's very common for companies to see employees as numbers and not as people. And this is really bad because we don't feel appreciated when businesses look at us as numbers. So, first, humanity, the value people have. That's number one. And then in number two, the second principle is community and shared responsibility. So, I need to be responsible for other people, responsible for my colleagues, responsible for my parents, responsible for my relatives, for the people I work with. So this sharing is really necessary. And the last point, the third point, is empathy and compassion. So we should be connected with other people and not looking just for our personal lives. So in my case, for example, I speak English, I'm an English teacher, I have a job with English, I get my money out of it. So why spend time speaking English with other people? Doesn't make sense because I already have my job, I already know English, but of course, but the words is more than I am. So I need to be together with other people. And our classes, for example, is just once a week. The week has 7 days. What's the cost of spending 1 hour in one of the 7 days with other people practicing English? So it's not a big deal. So that's the idea of Ubuntu. So you get a little fraction of your time, of your life, and share that fraction with other people. Can be your money, can be your time, can be your gifts, your talents, your abilities, but the idea is to share something you have of value with the community. So this is Ubuntu. Yeah, that's the idea of Ubuntu principle. And this is self-development because there is a pyramid of learning. And they say that we learn 8% of what we see, 13% of what we hear, 70% of what we do, but we learn more than 90% of what we teach. Because when you teach, you are connected with people, you are in community with other people. And this is what makes true difference in life, is serving. So according to Ubuntu philosophy, the goal of life, the objective of our lives here is serving. So we exist to serve. Yeah, so that's the idea of Ubuntu. Okay, Wellington.
Yes, you are right. When I participate religious community, uh, I forgot the year, but I was a teacher. So today I'm teacher too, not English, but business. And I developed my skills with this experience in religious community.
Exactly this. Yeah, so the more you teach, the more you learn.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Then we have more. There is another idea here, embracing interconnectedness. This is very difficult in our culture because capitalist culture encourages isolation, because the more isolated you are, the biggest is the perception that you are special. Because if everybody has access to you, the perception of the public is that you are not so special because everybody can talk to you, everybody can see you, everybody can meet you, everybody can touch you. So if everybody can connect with you, you are not so special. Anybody can see you, anybody can touch you, anybody can find you. So Ronaldinho, for example, it's very difficult to find Ronaldinho, meet Ronaldinho, talk to Ronaldinho. So in our perception, he's a very special guy because it's difficult to access him. If I am very easy to be found, accessed, met, and talked to, the idea, the perception in general is that I am not so important, so valuable, because people can access me very easily. So that's why embracing Ubuntu is so difficult, because people have this idea that if they are very accessible, they will not be very valued, because people don't value what they can access. You see why many people don't embrace Ubuntu, because if they embrace Ubuntu, they will not be so valued. There is a proverb that says that things that are rare are more expensive. In Portuguese, people say, o raro é mais caro, yeah? So the idea is that if you are not accessible, people will give more importance to you. And this is not Ubuntu, this is not African, and this is not Sankofa. Sankofa teaches the opposite. The more people you impact, the more people you touch, the more people you transform, the highest your value is, the highest your importance is, and the highest your demand is. People will need you more because you are impacting more people. Yeah, so this is an interesting difference between Western philosophy and tradition and African philosophy and tradition. So number one, recognizing the web of life. Web is the product of the spider web. So connectedness, everybody is connected. Two, understanding interdependence. So this is what I was talking to you about, that I depend on you to have this class, because how can I teach a class alone? If there are no students, there is no teacher. A teacher only exists with the students, and the students only exist if there is someone to help them get higher in knowledge. So we need each other. So it's very necessary and important to recognize this needs of being together. Yeah. And number three, cultivating a holistic viewpoint. So what is this holistic viewpoint? Is the idea that we should be more broad. We need a broad view of life. For example, I am Christian, but I don't see life only through Christianity. I have to open my perspective. So I read a lot about Buddhist philosophy, Ubuntu philosophy, Islam philosophy, Tao philosophy. So I need to understand different perspectives in life so that I can reach more people. So the broader your perspective is, the more people you can touch. If you have a limited perspective in life, you can touch limited people. So it's necessary to open your perspectives. Yeah, so this is a very interesting point too. So it's really necessary to connect to the most people you can in life, because this will give you more repertoire, will give you more perception of different styles, different personalities, different perspectives, different cultural backgrounds. And then you will have ability to communicate with a wide variety of people. Yeah, so that's why it is so necessary to connect to people who are different from us. White people, transgender people, homosexual people, Black people, white people, indigenous people, Asian people. You know, we have to connect with different people so that we can have a wider reach, a wider capacity of touching people. Okay. Then our next slide talks about something really important, that is importance of compassion, empathy, kindness, and building relationships. So compassion requires sharing, because if you don't connect to people, how can you develop empathy and compassion? So you need to be together with people who are different from you. And to be kind, you need to connect to other people so that you can have opportunities of kindness with those people. And building relationships too requires you to be together, because how can I build a relationship if I don't see the people, if I don't meet the people? That's why, Wellington, a group like this that you talked about is so important, because if you are in a group, you can communicate with other people, people who are different from you, and then you can get bigger in life. Yeah, that's the idea. Let me take a look in the. Okay, feel free to speak.
Yes, because uh, after beginning the program, people says, "Oh, before I'm feel alone, but now it's not more alone." And for example, in some moments, sometimes I feel a group pain
Yeah,
that before I'm not feeling this because this connection.
exactly. Exactly this. Connecting is everything. Oh, Gabrielle, no problem. You can speak English. Feel free. You can try. Só de
Yeah.
tentar falar, você já está falando. Tenta aí, chega aí.
You don't know a bigger effort I have to do to speak here.
Yes, yes. We are learning every day. Yeah. So learning is life. We need to practice. There is a commercial of a drink. I think it's a vodka. No, not a vodka. I think it's a scotch or whiskey. Johnny Walker. And the slogan is keep walking. Continue walking every day. Walk, walk, walk. And that's it. We have to practice. Yeah. So our next slide here is how to practice Ubuntu in daily life. So this is the most important slide of this conversation, because here is how you can practice Ubuntu. So first thing, active listening. So when people talk to you, you cannot wait for your chance of speaking. You have to really listen to what people are talking about. And then after you have listened, then you have your moment of speaking. But if you try to speak in the beginning, in the moment people start talking, you don't really listen to them. So listening is an exercise. We have to exercise listening. So pay attention to others' experiences, seeking to understand their perspectives and offering support without judgment. So you cannot judge what people say. You have to just listen and embrace them, welcome them. So this is Ubuntu practice. Second, kindness. So for example, welcoming people, what people are saying, not judging, respecting their perspective that sometimes is different from yours. So you have to respect, and sometimes you disagree, but it's okay if you disagree. Listen, even if you disagree, so that people can feel that they have space with you, that they can trust you, that they can be open to you. This is Ubuntu. Yeah. And number 3, empathy and understanding. So this is really difficult because we are not the other people. So how can we feel what they are feeling? It's not possible. But what you can do is to try to relate, yeah, to what they're saying. Try to put yourself in their place and try to feel together with them. So you cannot feel what they're feeling, but you can feel together. So if you can stay really together with other people, they will feel you as a true brother, as a true sister, and then they will trust you. They will open up to you, and this will be more opening. Yeah, this will be more, I think it will be more favorable, yeah, to grow the relationship. But it's not easy. Yeah, it's an exercise. So what I do in my life is to connect with people completely different from me. For example, at the moment I have a friend, she's an indigenous Black woman. And she's non-binary. She's not heterosexual like me. She's not cisgender. So I like talking to her because she can open my perspective. She's very completely different from me. So this is a way to practice Ubuntu. Try to exchange with people who are very different from you. So this is the question I have for you. Do you have contact with people who are completely different from you? Do you have this experience in your personal life, professional life, social life, or no? Everybody is very similar to you.
Mm. So in my work, is normally people is same is they they have the same lifestyle. But sometimes when you go to the market or store or a party, you have a contact with different people, and sometimes it's not easy because when you listen some things is different your day by day life routine. But it's exercise.
Mhm.
It's exercise.
Yes, exactly. It's an exercise, and it's a very difficult exercise because this exercise pushes us to get out of our comfort zone. Yeah, because people will talk to you about things, about topics that sometimes you are not accustomed to, you are not comfortable talking about. And this is good because this will help you open up to different conversations and different experiences. Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah.
I have I have a history. Once I invited to help a project in my job. So there is a Catholic university, but I'm not a Catholic,
Mm.
and I accept the invited, okay. But when I arrived there, I perceived that people it's totally different. The clothes and the pray and I stayed completely out of orbit there. And when I say how can I behave here, uh, it's a learn for me. But in the beginning, it's very difficult to listen
Mhm.
everything, and you don't know if you laugh or you quiet. Or
Excellent. Yeah, great example. Great example. That's exactly this. Yeah. Then you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. And it's really powerful, this type of experience, because according to neuroscience, what makes us grow and develop as people is to be exposed to new experiences. Because when you are exposed to new experiences, you stimulate your neuroplasticity. You stimulate your brain to make new synapses, new connections, because experiences are completely new to you. And this encourage your brain to self-development. So it's really powerful for you to be exposed to new experiences, new people, new conversations, new topics, things that you don't know. Yeah, it's really powerful. So these are the three pillars of practicing Ubuntu.
Nice.
Yeah, really cool, right? At the moment, I'm thinking about learning to dance because I have no idea how to dance. I'm very shy. So I'm thinking about starting dance classes. At the gym, I will start Muay Thai tomorrow. Will be my first class, my first Muay Thai class, because I need to be exposed to new things. What about you? Are you learning, studying, reading, or living any new experience at the moment?
Teacher, could you repeat, please, the question? Because I
You learning, living, experiencing any new experience at the moment, like dancing, cooking, drawing, painting, singing, playing a musical instrument?
mm,
This is good. Playing new music. Yeah.
Ah, Lisandro, do you play music?
No, no, no. I think it's a very nice opportunity to try a new instrument. For me, it's important to learn something new every year because you can build new connections in my brand. I think
Yes. Uh-huh.
it's good for health. It is very important to try a new thing like dance. Like in São Paulo, people dance samba hockey. It's very fun. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different of the samba. So it's one thing that I like to do when I have some time.
Okay. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's a great example. Perfect. Then Gabrielle said here, yeah, so Gabrielle is learning a new experience. Okay, great. Then next slide. We have 15 minutes. Let me open the slides. Okay. Overcoming ego and embracing empathy. So ego is the biggest obstacle, the biggest barrier to Ubuntu, because Ubuntu is primarily social. So if you are individualistic, if you are selfish, if you are introspective, if you are shy, it is more difficult for you to put Ubuntu into practice because we need contact with other people. That's why I'm starting Muay Thai tomorrow, because Muay Thai is not a class that you can take alone. You need a pair. You need to be in pairs. Two people, one punching and the other practicing the defense. Another kicking and the other practicing defense. So you need a partner. You cannot practice Muay Thai alone. So the same goes for Taekwondo, tennis, jiu-jitsu, capoeira, and different sports that require you to be in groups. It is different, from example, from swimming. Swimming, you don't need somebody. You can swim alone. So you don't practice Ubuntu swimming. Yeah, but you need sports that require you to be connected with other people. Dancing is another example. Cooking, you can cook alone, but you can practice cooking lessons, for example, with other friends. I don't know. So to overcome ego, you need other people. That's why I'm here now, for example, because if I was not practicing English with you, maybe I would be watching Netflix, The Boys series on Apple TV, Prime Video, and then this is not practicing. Wow, Gabriela did capoeira and taekwondo. We have a fighter in the class. Wow, fantastic. That's great, Gabriela. Gabrielle is very shy. Her camera is closed. I don't know your face. Are you a white girl, Gabriela? Are you black? Um, are you yellow? Chinese? Japanese? I have no idea what your face looks like. So, ego's grip. Ego is a strong force that can obstruct growth and connection. It can lead to self-centeredness, defensiveness, resistance to change. Move forward. We must acknowledge the ego's presence and understand its influence. So what it's saying here, we need connections to break the power of ego. Because if if you are not part of groups, egotistic tendency makes you become very defensive, isolated, you know? So we need to stimulate this thing that we are doing now at the moment. We are in a group practicing English. 2, cultivating empathy. Empathy involves stepping outside of our own perspective and understanding the world from another person's viewpoints. Very powerful. For example, I am Christian, but I talk to people from Candomblé, people from Umbanda, people from Buddhism, and this is very powerful for me because I can be in contact with different perceptions of life. Yeah, and this is really important too, because this is how I can be open to communicate with different people. And number 3, shifting focus. Because normally the focus, our concentration is in ourselves, our problems, our job, our family, our situations, our money, our debts. When you focus in community activities, the focus goes to other people, bigger causes, community scenarios and situations. Yeah, so it's very important to be in communities because then you become less selfish and less egotistic. Yeah. um okay, then next one, how can you foster, how can you stimulate community and belonging? So we have here a pyramid with 5 pillars, sorry. Respect for diversity, black, white, fat, thin, gay, homosexual, straight, transgender, non-binary, whatever. 4, open communication. Everybody can communicate. For example, Gabrielle said she was not comfortable to speak, so she's writing in the chat. Okay, open communication. 3, mutual support. I support you, you support me. So we give assistance to each other. So, hold on. 2, active participation, encouraging active participation in community activities. That's why I talked about dancing, cooking, Muay Thai, I don't know, capoeira, play musical instrument because you need the teacher to play the guitar, the flute, to play harmonica, to play the drums, the tambourine, I don't know, the piano. You need another person to help you with that instrument. So this is community work. This is Ubuntu too. And number one, shared values. And this is the difficult part, because people you practice Ubuntu with, they need to have similar values you have. That's why normally we have more Black students, because Black people tend to respect and admire Ubuntu philosophy. And so it's more common to have Black people in the groups. But of course, they're open to everybody. But I see that usually we have more Black students, because Black students have more shared values with us. So this pyramid is very important, and that's why I am passing to you the link to this material. Yeah, so I'm putting here in the chat. You can download on PDF or PowerPoints, and this is the material of today. Today's material. Okay. So next point. Next point is penultimate slides. Penultimate slides is talking about, let me share here. Okay. Balancing self-care and service. Because many people have the impression that if they serve the community, they will be forgetting themselves, but not necessarily. You can love the community and love yourself too. So you have to balance self-care and care of the community, that is service. One, self-reflection. You have to think about your physical, emotional, mental well-being. Am I okay, or I'm pushing too much? You have to think about this. Is it too much for me, or no, that's fine? Yeah, that's an important reflection. Mindful service, number two, engage in service with a conscious awareness of your limits. For example, my case here, I can teach English in the afternoon for Quilombo Bilingue, no problem. My son is at school. But in the evening, no way. My son is here. I will take care of my son. So I cannot. That's my limit. That's my end points. I can only go until 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, it's time to get Apollo at school. So no more working. Yeah. So you have to respect your limits. And number three, rest and recharge. So every day, my son sleeps at around 8 p.m. or 9, and I sleep at around 10 because I have to get up at 6. So I try to sleep 8 hours every night. So I go to bed at 10 and I get up at 6 in the morning. So this is important. Respect your rest, respect your relaxation, respect your recharge of energy. Okay. What about you, people? Are you sleeping 8 hours every night like the doctors recommend? Eight hours.
It's a
Do you
dream.
sleep? Yeah.
It's a dream.
Oh no, you don't sleep 8 hours.
I try.
You try. How
Yeah.
many hours? How long do you sleep every night?
About 7 hours.
7.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Six at 7.
Okay, perfect. What about you, Gabrielle? How long do you sleep every night? Do you sleep 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5? Lisandro?
6 hours, 7 hours.
6 to 7. Not bad. Yeah, 6 to 7 is okay, because 8 is really difficult. How many hours? Quantas horas você dorme? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doctors recommend 8 hours. Yeah. That's the doctor's recommendation. 8 hours sleep every night. I try to sleep 8, but sometimes 7, sometimes 6, but normally 8 hours. Okay. Then we have 2 more slides and 4 minutes. So let me move on. Next slide is goal setting. How can you use Ubuntu to reach your goals? First, collaborative support. So you have to use other people to help you. Your family, your friends, your colleagues at work. They can be really important for you. Two, shared programs. You have to tell people what you're doing. For example, I remember that 2014, I made the decision. I told myself I will abandon pornography. No more pornography in my life. So every day I talk about this topic, I say this. 2014, I decided to abandon pornography. So now it's 2024. So it's 10 years. I have abandoned this habit that, in my opinion, was negative. So I'm sharing my progress. Some people say, I stopped smoking 3 years. That's my progress. Okay. I stopped drinking for 2 years. Great. You are sharing your progress. What about you, people? Do you have any progress to share? Anything that's good? You started playing sports, you stopped drinking, you started working out in the gym. What is the progress you have to share tonight?
For me, it's play sport,
Oh,
walking, yeah, walking every day. It's a goal.
excellent. Okay. Yeah, walking every day is very important. Doctors say that we have to walk 9,000 steps every day. Wow. Gabrielle goes to the gym. Body Tech, Smart Fit. Where are you going? Okay. So walking, going to the gym, that's beautiful. Good examples of shared progress. And number one, collective vision. What do you want for your family? What do you want for your department at work? What do you want for your community? The vision needs to be collective and not only individual. This is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is when you transform your personal problems in collective solutions. This is cultural technology, care technology. You transform problems in collective solutions. So this technology can make you invent a business. You can invent an app, a new application. I don't know. You can have different ideas using this technology. Quilombo Bilingue is an example of cultural technology because I was trying to share English opportunities, and then we have a new school. Yeah, so this is one example. And the last slide, let me share here. Last slide is transforming challenges. Remember, I said that you transform a personal challenge in collective solutions. So how do you do this? Embracing empathy, looking at other people's problems. Two, collective action. So I'm not alone in Quilombo Bilingue. Teacher Rafael is with me. Teacher Michael is with me. Teacher Marcelo is helping in the Google Classroom platform. So we have different people collaborating for this project to be in existence. Yeah, so you need to share with other people. And number one, shifting perspective. So problems are not obstacles. Problems are opportunities of collective solution. So every problem you have is an opportunity
E do meu horário da quinta-feira.
to learn new opportunities. Okay, so you learn and build with other people, right? So that's the principal ideas how to develop solutions, yeah, with Ubuntu. So today we talked about Ubuntu for personal development. Next class we will see Ubuntu for professional planning. How can Ubuntu help you in business? Okay, so this will be our class for next week at 5 p.m. Yeah, so see you next week. If you have any questions, that's the moment. Any questions, any comments, anything?
So it's on. We are on time.
Okay, that's
All right.
it. See you next week. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Welcome. Bye. See you.
Bye. See you.